Welcome back, Rellism Raw Sports Talk, episode 79. 79, got Tommy, Brandon, and Shammond in the house. What's good, fellas? What's good? All kinds of stuff is going on out here. It is crazy. Every time we think the AFC West is done, they keep pulling us back in. This is insane with this AFC West. I don't know, but we ain't gonna start off with them first. We got to start off because I need a massage. We're gonna talk about Deshaun Watson. Last night, I know y'all all saw it. He wasn't going to Cleveland. It's supposed to be Atlanta or the Saints. All of a sudden, he's going. I think Brandon popped it on there first. I was like, man, I ain't see no shit on there, man. Sure as hell enough, he is on there. But then we looked further into it. It was like all guaranteed money. GM Tommy, is this the first time it's ever happened with fully guaranteed money for this much money?
This much is insane. Yeah, I think before this was like right around 150, but 230.
Shit like that?
Yeah, 150 was the biggest guaranteed, coming out the bank. But 230, that's $250 million.
Money guaranteed.
Yeah. I think that's what turned him around. I think he was done with Cleveland, and I think he heard guaranteed.
Wouldn't that turn you around?
He's gonna need it.
That's what turned Randy Gregory around when they were talking about taking away his guarantee. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's on the spot. I'm sure you'll talk about that. But shit, I mean, I did my show the other day. I did it yesterday, the day before. I can't remember. My days go together. But I was like, yo, they not gonna get him. And Baker Mayfield's talking about he gonna leave. Who they gonna get? Now they got the man. Is it worth it? Brandon, is it worth it?
I don't think so.
You ain't had a franchise quarterback on your team in forever. You sure it ain't worth it?
I don't think he's getting it. It's Cleveland, dude. He might not even be able to play for like 8 games, if a whole year.
Yeah, but he's still young, though. Who cares? You can say this year could be a wash. And if you tell Nick,
giving this man $200 million guarantee.
Amari Cooper right now got traded there. You don't think he's happy with it, even if this year's a wash?
Is he number one?
Huh?
Give away all your picks to build around.
They give away 3 1s and what else?
A
third and a fourth, I think, with a fifth coming back.
A third and a fourth? We gave away more than that shit for RG3's ass. What? I'm just saying, for a fan of an organization who never gets any kind of a quarterback, or like Tommy said, the old ass people that was in our division, like McNabb and all these guys, I would have killed to get Deshaun Watson for 3 1s or whatever. Shammond, what you think? Is he worth it?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, when he's playing at the highest level, he's top 5 quarterback in the game, no question.
And we'll get to the ranking on that later on. So you think you think it's worth it like that? Brandon say even for Cleveland.
Because if you think about it, the picks that they gave up, the first round picks that they gave up this year, the draft class isn't even comparable to the like. It's not that. I'm not saying it's not that good. You got some pieces. You got Aiden Hutchinson. You got some players that can operate in the NFL, but it ain't. So yeah, I feel like it was well worth it.
The picks ain't the problem. It's the money, man. The money.
But it is the money. It is the money. Guaranteed money is crazy. What do you think, Tommy? But we don't care about these billionaires. They got all the guaranteed money. Who gives a crap? That ain't my money.
I mean, to me, the worth, the value for compared to what we paid for Russ, I mean, I think it's a good deal what they paid for Deshaun. But my issue with it is the guarantee. We got Russ for a lot cheaper, and his contract makes it a little uglier with what Cleveland had in mind. And Cleveland was borderline. They were supposed to go to the Super Bowl last year, and they had that roster. And now you've signed Deshaun, and you've traded away all your picks, all your chances to grow on that roster. And you literally you're losing Kareem Hunt's last year's next year. Of OJ Howard, they only signed him for 1 year, and your quarterback's going to sit the bench for at least 8 games, most likely. And you're looking at a throwaway season, most likely, and you're going to be losing players. They don't have a lot of offensive weapons on roster outside of
defense is suspect. Yeah.
Denzel Ward, he needs to be re-signed next year. Denzel Ward's going to cost money. He's going to be probably 75, 85 million. And that's what you're looking at for that guy. I mean, it's some big money. They're going to be forced to make some choices now that they've got $230 million guaranteed on roster. That's Nick Chubb and Amari Cooper. That's the offense, and that right now. And I don't like Amari enough to put him out.
Man.
Here's my question. I want to dive into a couple things you said. First of all, Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson, there's no comparison on that. That's not. No. At this stage in their career, Deshaun Watson, with all the years he got left, I don't want to hear about, we got Russ way cheaper. You should. I mean, you should. It's Deshaun Watson, dude. It's Deshaun Watson. And we talk about the money. It's different for Deshaun Watson, much different than, let's say, Aaron Rodgers, which we'll get into later, because he is young. You'll bring that fan base some excitement. You can't tell me Kareem Hunt. I don't care about losing him. Dearness Johnson did fine when these guys were gone, and you get him way cheaper. Like you were talking about Derrick Henry with Foreman. Get him. Same difference here, man. Same difference here. There's people out there. What happened when Jarvis Landry was always hurt or OBJ was always hurt? They had other receivers fill in with Baker Mayfield, and we saw who Deshaun Watson was throwing to in Houston. He was making people out of nothing. What was he, the number 1-2 passer his last season? With what?
Will Fuller.
With broke down.
Did he have Robert Woods that year?
He had somebody else too. Will Fuller was running the straights, and then he had an underneath guy.
I mean, come on, let's give him some. Let's be realistic.
Yeah, I don't know what Will Fuller can do. He got $10 million from us to do nothing.
All I'm saying is
he wasn't hurting the Texans.
All I'm saying is whenever you get an opportunity to get, and I'm saying one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league, just like Shammond.
I think he is.
We'll debate that later on. When you got a chance to get one of those, especially for a franchise that ain't never won shit, you gotta spend.
That's why it's not a good pickup, because it's not about the $230 million paying off financially. They have to get Super Bowls in Cleveland. That's like going to Buffalo. You have. They don't care if you put a bunch of fans in the seats. If you ain't going to the playoffs and you go to the playoffs and you're getting pushed out because you don't have the weapons, you're screwed, and they will get rid of you.
So you think keeping those 3
won't mean anything?
So keeping those 3 number ones in the 3rd and 4th or whatever with Baker Mayfield will do better.
That's a lot of cost control.
Those 3 ones, a 3rd and a 4th in Baker Mayfield, because he was going to get a contract next year.
It's not Baker. See, that's what's going to make or break this trade. What's going to make or break this trade is what are they going to get for Baker?
A 3rd.
He's only got 1 year. He's only got 1 year cost.
Nah. You know what I feel like they could get for Baker?
Hold on. We're gonna get to that. Hold on. We're gonna get to what Baker can get. But I'll tell you what, there's some franchises right now that are nervous as hell. They're gonna overspend for him. We'll get to that, Shammond. I ain't gonna mean to cut you off, but we're gonna get to that. So we gotta come up with whatever. So here's my thing though. The NFL is being poo-poo about the whole thing. I don't know if he's gonna get 8 games. It might be like 4 games. So in
it could be longer.
18-game season.
What if he does it again?
I mean, we can say what if all we want to. Would have been Roethlisberger raked this 15th pitch. What are we gonna say? He's out of the league. He raked 2 of them, and he got there, and he's a Hall of Famer. I mean, we can say what if.
I never called him a Hall of Famer.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Roethlisberger's not a Hall of Famer.
He's a Hall of Famer.
I'm with my in my personal.
Eli Manning's a Hall of Famer.
We don't even grab
Eli.
You said Eli Manning was a Hall of Famer, Tommy.
Yeah, because he.
And now you're saying Ben Roethlisberger's not.
Because he rode Troy Polamalu and that defense's coattails too.
Oh my God!
No.
We gonna come back to that. We bringing that back up when Keith's on here the next episode. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Tommy. Anyway, so whatever. Let's say he's out 4 games. Let's say he's out 4 games. In that AFC North, we saw what the Bengals are doing. Whatever. The Ravens ain't really doing shit. They don't even want to talk to their quarterback about a contract extension. And the Steelers, good luck with Mitchell Trubisky. We'll see. How far can Cleveland go up in that division now? Can they win it?
No.
They can't win it? Who's going to
win? Man, the Bengals are legit, man. I mean, and they're doing the right things, getting offensive linemen, something the Dolphins need to do, but they don't know what they're doing. So
the Bengals will win that division.
Yeah, and then the Steelers will be the 2nd or 3rd.
You think the Steelers will be 2nd or 3rd?
Yeah, so I do, man.
We're putting the Ravens and Cleveland behind everybody else.
I'm putting Cleveland last.
I don't know what the Ravens are doing.
Yeah, what are they doing?
I don't know. I don't know what the Ravens
They got
are
the
doing.
best player in football, right, Tommy? They got the best player in football.
They've got the most dynamic player at the most dynamic position.
I don't know. Deshaun Watson's back now, baby. Deshaun
It'd be
Watson's
hard
back
to
now.
rank him out. It'd be hot. Nah, he's better than Deshaun on one season.
Deshaun Watson can throw the rock too, baby.
Yeah, but he can't.
If you
run
give me
like
5
Lamar.
years, I'm paying Deshaun Watson and not Lamar Miller.
Yeah, 5. 1 season.
I'll take 1 year.
17
I'll
games,
take
I don't care
1
about the
year.
legs.
Brandon, who'd you take 1 year? 1 year with your
1
team.
year.
1 year. Who you
1
take?
year. Lamar
Watson.
Jackson.
Everything. I'm taking Watson.
Lamar Jackson.
Exactly.
I've seen
Shimon,
him beat my boys in college.
1 year.
So, I mean,
Yeah,
Watson
he's a-
or Lamar Jackson?
Lamar.
This guy right here. You just love Tommy. You just love
Lamar.
Tommy.
And
Lamar all day.
He's ranked inside that top 5 for a reason.
Yeah,
AFC.
and he's
I can't wait till we get to
listen,
that.
John,
I
on
can't
some
wait till we get to
lists.
the top
On
five.
some lists.
Y'all
For a
and let me
reason.
tell him, Tommy, and let me tell him, Lamar has been playing. Deshaun has not been playing football. And let me tell you something else
That's
about
why
Lamar.
I'm struggling to put him in the
Listen,
top 5.
and let me tell you something else about Lamar. You keep sleeping on him. He's still a young kid. He's not 27, 28 years old. He can still build his technique better. I know he's not the best
When's he
passer
gonna
in
do
the league. Deshaun Watson ain't the best passer in the league.
What are you
But I
talking
tell you
about? We
what-
just talked about
Yeah,
him
he's pretty
number
good.
2
He's pretty
his
good.
last season playing with the Texans. You ain't got nothing to say. Why you got your arms crossed? You ain't saying nothing.
I'm taking Lamar. Okay, coach, you can take Deshaun Watson. I'm taking Lamar Jackson this year. Then
That's fine. That's fine.
1 year.
cool. I'm taking Lamar Jackson all day. Number 8, baby, Baltimore Ravens. Way better than Deshaun Watson. Yes, he is.
Hey, can I say
Now-
one thing? Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
You're entitled to your opinion. That's why we do the show, because it's fun. It's fun, friendly banner. But I will say this. The NFL was clamoring for Deshaun Watson, and he just received $230 million guaranteed. The organization that Lamar Jackson plays for, won an MVP with, one playoff game with, won't even talk to him about a contract extension. So, I mean, come on, man.
But how don't you know that? How you don't know that he didn't already talk to John Harbaugh about the GM about decisions?
Because
don't
he
know.
said they talked.
I'm telling you right now that you just gave away your whole fight when you said he won the MVP. That's what Watson ain't done. He's not out there winning playoff games. He's
Thank
not out there
you,
playing
Tommy.
football last year. And
Thank you,
he's not.
Tommy.
He did win the
So
playoff
far,
game.
He
Deshaun
can't
Watson
stop.
showed us he's
Listen,
got talent.
How you gonna compare him? How you gonna
But we had
compare
the
him to Lamar
redraft.
Jackson?
The draft was
Lamar
Rivers,
Jackson knows
Y'all
how to
talking
have
over each other, I
fun.
can't hear you.
Eli and Roethlisberger, and you got to keep their careers. Rivers is showing up last, even though he's got the best talent out the 3. Maybe he's showing up last in that draft because he didn't win.
And
Ours
you're
gonna
asking
win.
me,
I'm telling you, them legs
and
put it together for 17 games.
you're
Go ahead,
comparing
Shimon.
yourself.
That's a
You're
special
comparing
talent.
Lamar.
You can't
You're
see.
com-
And he's the best at something.
Y'all two just keep talking over each other.
No,
Go
I'm
ahead,
listening to
Shimon.
him. Listen, all right. Listen, you're comparing Lamar to somebody that can't control their self in public. They can't control professionalism. No, listen, they can't be professionalism.
Like,
Listen, at
like
least
he a dog
Lamar-
pissing on the floor.
At least Lamar knows when he goes out, he knows he's aware of everything.
How you know what he's doing? How you know what he's doing?
It's like he's doing on the field.
He
Like
could be
he's doing
fucking
on
a
the field.
transvestite right now. You don't know what he's doing.
He can control himself fine.
What are you talking about?
He can control himself
What are you talking about?
What we doing
Doesn't make any
about
sense what you're talking about. Talking about he's the best because Mike Vick said he was great. I don't want to hear that stuff. You be saying the most, Shammond, and I love you. I love you, Shammond. I love you. But
And when I'm right, you gonna hit me with the I
will. Whenever that date comes, whenever pigs fucking fly, I definitely will, Shammond. That ain't gonna be no problem. That ain't gonna be no problem.
Roads now.
That ain't gonna be no problem.
But if you put anything into QB ratings, Deshaun Watson's number 2 all time this year's game. So Patrick Mahomes is 1, but that's just those numbers don't mean a whole lot.
Who gets in the rank? Why y'all keep doing the rankings for? I want to save that for the next episode when Keith gets on here too, because I really can't wait to get into that jump with Tommy just said some idiot. Oh, I cannot wait. All right, so listen. So we know who's on Cleveland. We saw what Baker did. He's putting out the letter. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm crying. And then he gonna come out and say, "Oh, trade me to the Colts."
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not an idiot because that's the best place you should go. And the Colts need to do something because they run out of time. And we're going to talk about teams running out of time. Should the Browns trade him to the Colts? Tommy.
No, you can't trade him to the Colts. They're not going to trade him to the Colts. They don't give a crap what Baker says and where he wants to go. They're not going to care about that. They're not going to put him in the AFC if they've got him.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on, Tommy. Let me ask you a question. Hold on, Tommy. You did say earlier, Deshaun Watson got too much and you need to get something back from Baker. Suppose the Colts blew you away and offered you
now, if the Colts throw out a 2 and everybody else is,
they give you a 1.
Nah,
they're not giving up a 1 for a 1 year.
Let's say a 2.
But let's say they give up they give up a 2 and it's and it's something they and nobody else is touching it. They're 4s and 3, at best a late 3 showing up. Then maybe, but I don't think it's worth that. I would still just go straight up.
Is it worth
Seattle?
Is it worth getting a 2 over a 3 and
I'd ship
put them in the AFC or shipping them to somewhere in the NFC to get a 3?
I think Seattle 4. I would put it. He's got 1 year. I would put him somewhere where I knew he was going to get a chance. And hey, that's Russell Wilson's old team. You can't say we didn't get. Organizationally, we can put on our face and say, here, look, we just gave you Russell Wilson's roster. You can't hate on us.
Y'all are some intelligent motherfuckers, yo. You know that? Y'all are some intelligent motherfuckers. Y'all be hitting other points that I'm gonna hit to later on top of everything. I love you guys. I love you guys.
I love you more. I love you more.
Hey, Brandon, do you think the coach? Do you think Cleveland could trade him to the Colts?
They shouldn't because it might bite them in the ass when he knocks them out. Same reason.
Shammond, you agree with that?
Yeah.
Now let's say they did trade him to the Colts. Would the Colts be with? Because obviously he's going to have a contract extension, right?
Yeah.
They're not going
next year.
Baker's not going to accept this trade for that 1 year and then be a lame duck, right? Because they saw what happened with Phillip Rivers and now Carson Wentz. Because they ain't scared to get rid of you, even if they spend a first round pick, obviously. So how much of a extension would Baker have to get? How much would you give him if you're a Colts?
10.
But
Nothing over 11 million a year.
Oh, 11.
You have to pay him at least.
11.
He don't deserve it though, bro. He a backup.
Got to be 20, 25 at least.
He's like a. You know who
I said he's a backup quarterback.
Mayfield's like a Minshew, bro. Baker's like a Minshew, bro. I promise you, bro. Look up both of their stats. Look up the progressions in there. He relates more of a Minshew. Have y'all seen Davis Mills out of the Texans?
He's on Texas.
He plays better. He be playing better than Baker and them. So like,
okay, Tommy. What would you give him if you're the Colts? How many years and how much money?
I think if I've got him on Seattle, if I've got him in Indy,
I said the Colts.
Anywhere, it doesn't matter. I don't care if it's Indy, especially. He plays out his contract. That's what we're not giving you no extension. You've seen what you had in Cleveland. Your team wasn't giving you the extension. They put a lot of picks to get rid of you. And so right now, this is a prove it. And we're gonna protect ourselves. And what you have to do is show us that commercial guy with the chip on his shoulder is here to play and is serious. And hopefully it happens because I think he's only got 1 or 2 more shots because he's a number one. Number ones come with a lot of heat. They don't work out. They fall quick.
What do you think, Tom or Brandon? Same thing.
Yeah, and I think Baker would bet on himself for 1 year to go show that he can do it. I mean, he was banged up last year, man. He was. He's a tough dude. He did take him to the playoffs. He's not terrible.
He's definitely gonna bet on himself. Look what he did all through his career, walking on in college, walking on doing it, and he's hyped as hell. He's hyped as hell. I'm just mad all this shit happened after we got Carson Wentz. Everything happened after we got Carson Wentz. Like, what the hell?
I think it's dysfunction he wants away from it. Cleveland, he wants away from it.
Yeah, so I know that Baker was going to be traded, and Tampa Bay was looking at him. But, hey, Brady's back. Brady's back. Like I told y'all he was going to be back.
And who would I say was going to win that division? Tampa
and you did pick him without him, but now they really going to win the division. So, are they – so Tampa Bay's the favorite to win in the NFC? Brandon? It ain't.
Yeah, them and the Rams. I mean, them and the Rams.
He said in the entire NFC. Who's in the NFC?
It's them and the
Dallas.
Rams.
Who?
Dallas.
Oh, you and Keith are hung up on Dallas. Shammond, who's gonna win the NFC now? Tampa Bay.
Y'all are crazy, bro. I'm gonna just listen. It's too
San
late. It's too early to predict. I'm gonna give you top 3 teams though. I'm gonna say third, San Francisco 49ers, second, Dallas Cowboys, and first is the Green Bay Packers because they got the best quarterback in the league right now.
Okay, all right. Speaking of that quarterback,
in the D.
Is he gonna play now? Because he got 120 million guaranteed when he signed the contract, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
He tried to spite the organization. Now the organization just spited him right back. Is he gonna
Did
play?
they?
Is he gonna play? They're not making any moves. Green Bay is letting everybody walk. Who have they signed? Have you seen them sign anybody?
Nope.
You know who I like favorite though? I like the Dolphins out the AFC.
And we ain't even over there yet. We're not over there yet. We're talking about the Green Bay.
Out the AFC.
So Aaron Rodgers,
Yeah, no.
Tommy, is he gonna play?
My bad.
Who?
Aaron
Rodgers. Yeah, he's gonna play. He's gonna play fine. He's gonna go out there and make his money. I honestly believe the report where he knew that Adams was on his way out. And
did he know that?
He bought a house in Vegas like a month or two ago, and they talked. He knew that.
He knew that Adams was on his way out.
Y'all two right here. Y'all are the insiders of all insiders. Y'all be on top of breaking news like I'm up. I can rewind this show many episodes ago, and y'all were all like, well, it depends on Davante Adams. Got to stay there. And now y'all act like y'all knew his ass was gone.
Nah, Aaron did.
No, I didn't know.
Aaron knew he was gone.
So you think Aaron knew that his number one receiver, the only person
I knew he wasn't playing on no franchise
was gonna go.
You can rewind in episodes and look at. I knew he wasn't playing on no franchise tag.
Yeah, not again. He wasn't gonna do it again.
He wasn't doing that. But he went ahead and got that trade to Derek Carr. What happened was Aaron milked the cow hard enough to where Davante didn't have room, and he already knew that. And as soon as they franchised Davante, he was like, "Motherfucker, press this button, and I'll take the cheese then." And he took the cheese and said, "Man, you should have given my boy a contract. Maybe if they gave my boy a contract and gave him in 5 years, $22 million straight out."
Tommy, you know why they did that, Tommy?
He might have taken that cut.
They could have given it to him last year too.
You know why they did that though, Tommy? You know why they did that? Do you not remember? Derek Carr and Davante Adams won a championship. They won their division, their conference.
Right. Yeah, what was that?
You know what? So we talked about that already.
It's a connection between those two.
Yeah, I know why Vegas.
We all know about that. Drew Harlow has told us 1,000 times about it. We know that.
They keep saying, why would Green Bay get rid of Davante Adams when Aaron Rodgers and him got this connection?
Davante wasn't playing.
He got the most.
He was not going to play.
I was saying
said he was not playing.
Derek Carr
said he wasn't playing.
Davante Adams more than Aaron Rodgers.
I know, but Davante wasn't playing. Davante got franchise
play.
tag and said, "I am not playing next season under a franchise tag." And Green Bay knew they couldn't afford to sign him, so they traded him. I mean,
here's my question.
He's 20 years old. At
least.
He's at least 20
Shimon, you already said Green Bay was your favorite. I don't even think Green Bay's gonna win their division now. I'm thinking the Vikings. What y'all think about that?
Aaron Rodgers.
What y'all think about that? Vikings.
They gonna resign Mark.
How come when I said Tommy, you always talk?
They gonna resign Aaron.
How come I say Tommy, you speak? Tommy, can the Vikings win the division?
The Vikings could. I'm waiting. The Vikings still have a weak point that they haven't addressed. They need to shore up Harrison Smith. He's going to fall off the wagon. They just lost Barr. So that's going to rely on them even more to call that defense the way it should be. Their defense is kind of suspect. So if Harrison Smith falls off, man, that they could go from worst to first if that defense falls. So
I saw the same coach.
And Rodgers can exploit you. So I'm going to take Green Bay still.
I saw the same coach that the Vikings have now win a Super Bowl with the same kind of a defense. Up front strong, back end sucks. Right? Right. So why can't he do it in Minnesota? Brandon, can Minnesota overtake the division?
They can, but I don't think they will.
Shammond, what does Green Bay have that everybody thinks that they're going to win this division so much?
They'll get somebody. They'll get Juice Landry. They'll get Landry. They'll get somebody.
Listen, coach. Just listen, coach. Like, I understand where you're coming from. Last week, I was thinking about where you're coming from. Listen, they got hella draft picks. Listen, coach. There is good defensive players in this draft. There is great defensive backs in this draft. There's great receivers in this draft. There might not be quarterbacks. Green Bay don't need a quarterback. They got theirs. So all they need to do is worry about those athletic skills players. They need to pick up a lineman. They need to go get a cornerback to shut down the defense. Maybe add on another linebacker. Try to sign Zadarius Smith.
He's gone.
Another year.
They get a heck of King.
He's gone.
Left. Where he go to?
They let him leave. He's gone. Baltimore, he's gone.
Nah, Baltimore let him back
somewhere. He's got
a free agent.
And
so
Green
they may
Bay
sign him back depending on what they do.
Listen, Shammond, Green Bay obviously don't like to draft wide receivers because the strongest wide receiver draft a couple years ago, they took none of the motherfuckers, and they're all beasts out there. So they obviously don't care. Aaron Rodgers is such a prima donna. He has to be engaged with his people to trust him to throw the ball. He don't trust. You gonna think he's gonna trust a rookie coming in there that he don't know? They already let Randall Cobb go. Somebody he
as long as somebody listen. As long as somebody
Bay wide receiver,
the ball air.
Jameson Williams.
What?
Do you draft Scantling? Do you draft St. Brown? Who do you draft?
For the
He's on the Lions.
It's going to be a crapshoot, guys.
I can't wait till we do our fantasy episode because that's gonna be really good. That's gonna be really good. So we can agree to disagree on that. But I'll tell you what, I think Green Bay's taking a step back, and I'll tell you what, I think that locker room, what Aaron Rodgers did, and some of these they're losing players a lot. I think that locker room's gonna have some kind of resentment towards him. Y'all can say what you want to say. But it might be some Any Given Sunday shit going on out here, Jamie Foxx style, or Aaron Rodgers. I'm just saying because you're losing all this talent, and then now your best weapon is gone. He don't even want to be with you, yo.
Honestly, I'm starting to think about it.
What?
Look, all right, you got it.
So on the last episode, we talked about the AFC West before the Raiders got all crazy, and we talked about who we thought was going to win. Now it's all flipped upside down. We'll end with Tommy since he's an AFC West guy. Shammond, who's going to finish last in the AFC West? And how many teams in that division is going to make the playoffs? Who finishes last and how many teams make the playoffs in that division?
I think the Raiders finish last.
All right. How many teams make the playoffs?
The Broncos will make it.
I said how many teams? Oh, the Broncos make it. Who else? Just one? Brandon, to you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think the Broncos.
Who's last?
The Raiders.
Chiefs.
Yo, I was wondering if anybody was going to say that shit. I was wondering I thought I was going to be the only one to say that.
Crazy out your mind.
The Chiefs. Yo, why you think so, Brandon? Why? Because they got Juju. Whoa. Right.
Wow.
That's just been figured out, I believe, over the last few years, man. That shit ain't working no more. They ain't got no running game, no defense at all. Herbert's a bad boy. And
I am
they just ain't gonna be able
to.
They can't have.
I'm not with you.
Hold on, let him finish.
I just don't. I just think. I don't think they'll. I think they'll be last.
I agree. All right, Mr. AFC West, go ahead. Who's gonna finish last, Tommy?
I think honestly, Brandon has the chance to be right there.
That's your team. The Chiefs is your boy.
I know, but I really question what all happened. I agree with the Raiders. The Raiders are going to be last. I just have no faith in the whole organization.
Wow.
You bring in Devontae Adams. Great job. He's supposed to have a connection from 7 years ago before he played with the best quarterback ever with Derek Carr. And then
the best quarterback ever.
Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy, Devontae Adams, you're about to go play with a different quarterback. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. Let's hope that you are still Devontae Adams at the level you used to be, because you might not. And then you've got to go on ahead and see what they did on defense. I mean, I loved their additions at the end, but they lost one. So they added and subtracted on that end. and they're going to be decent, but they did not cover their secondary. So
they got Rock Ya-Sin.
Rock Ya-Sin is not going to cover these guys. Rock Ya-Sin is not.
Well,
going to cover any of
I
these
mean,
guys.
nobody's covering.
I mean, yeah, but who's
most of
gonna cover
guys.
these guys? These elite,
Yeah.
elite wide receivers. I mean,
You got J.C. Jackson and Patrick Ham. So
All right,
you've
so
got teams that have covered these guys.
I think the Raiders. I think the Raiders will be last. I think the
And-
Raiders will be last, but that's just by default. I
And
think
then
the Chiefs gonna be third. I think the
But
Chiefs
there's-
gonna be
As
far as
third.
playoffs goes, there's a scenario where you can pencil in the wins and losses where every team in the AFC West wins.
I was gonna ask, could all four of them make it?
So
you
all
think
four
Or
they
only
could?
one can make it. You never know because they go beat each other up so bad.
they could beat each other up. I see Denver in, I see Chiefs in, I see either the Chargers or the Raiders in, depending on who comes in last. The
So
Chargers.
you think three's in?
Hey, you don't know Herbert yet. He still hasn't put together the season we needed to see. He's thrown a lot of stats together. He's not throwing the wins together. So
Herbert's gonna be the one. You watch. You watch and see. All right, look, we got 7 minutes left. 7 minutes
that's
left.
a big key in that offense.
Since Shammond's on here right now, I'm gonna ask you, Shammond.
I'd like to see him for.
It's been real quiet. It's been real. Whose phone is that? It's been real quiet in your camp, man. Jimmy Garoppolo had his surgery, all this. Ain't no information coming out about this. Was it bad? Was it good? We still got Seattle because DK Metcalf's out here tweeting like, y'all better stop sleeping on Drew Lock. He's probably smoking that good shit because he's smoking some good shit. That's why his hair's all blonde tips and all that. I don't know what he's smoking. But then we got the Saints. They
Worst QB in the league.
Yeah, they act like they don't want Winston. What's the deal with Garoppolo? Is he going to go to a different team, Brandon?
I don't think they trust Trey Lance, man.
Tommy called that shit last episode. Go ahead.
And I think they would be stupid to get rid of Jimmy G. They can actually make it to the Super Bowl now. I mean,
We can actually make it. We can. Thank you.
It
Listen,
ain't your turn yet. It's
And
not
we
your
can-
turn yet. Go ahead, Brandon.
listen.
But
It's not
yeah,
your
Jimmy
turn.
G's not. I don't think he's going anywhere unless somebody blows him away with a trade.
Tommy, you agree with that or what?
I mean, Jimmy G's going to be until you get past that April draft date. You know, I still think Jimmy G can move. So I look for him to move on draft night. I do look for Jimmy G to go. They're going to go ahead and put their nuts on Lance there. But it's I don't think they're going to get what they want from the guy. I think they're going to move him regardless. But Jimmy G's going to be cheap.
Crazy. Shammond. Okay, Shammond. It's you, Shammond. Is Jimmy G
Listen,
going to stay?
I-
Because you've been
listen,
saying he's
listen.
going to stay. Is he going to stay?
Listen, I want Jimmy. I love Jimmy. He's been with us for the last 5 years. Listen, yeah. All right, big sis. Love you too. It's to the point to where it's like, Jimmy, I love you, Jimmy. As a person in the conferences, you're so professional, Jimmy. But like, it's time for you to go. It's time for us to give it to Trey. It's time for us to start developing.
I was about to call your ass out too. I was about to call
Jimmy,
you out.
Jimmy, I'm not gonna lie. Jimmy will take us to the NFC Championship again.
I did
But
hear you.
he can't get over that hump. You feel me? When it comes down to that last 2-minute possession, Jimmy's gonna throw a pick. And that's sad that I gotta feel that way. But he is. And it's just it's done with it. And then we got Brandon Ayuk. He goes on the route and then he hits the out route.
Hey, Tommy Jr. Stop talking about your team all day. All right, we only got 4 minutes left. All right.
I love
done?
Tommy though.
I know you love Tommy. I know you love Tommy. I mean, God, I'm hungry as can be. I know you love Tommy.
Because Tommy make me
Yo,
smarter.
Tommy, that shit is classic. That shit, we talk about that all the time. It's so fucking funny.
I mean,
All
I
right.
really
All right.
was amazed at that.
Yo, you were like,
Tommy
you
knows
having a picnic?
Tommy
God,
knows what he's
I'm
talking
hungry.
about.
That shit- All right, so look, if the Saints don't want to take Jameis Winston, who they gonna get there? Are they gonna run with Taysom Hill?
Well,
Yes.
no. He's horrible.
Why would you not want
the
Jameis?
fact
Man?
that-
Jameis is they're acting like they don't want him.
Hey, Steelers just now got Mitchell Trubisky. Hey,
Yeah, we already know about that. We waiting for Keith for that.
Mason Rudolph?
We waiting for Keith for that next episode. Because he's
Tyrod.
gonna get into Tommy, yo. He's gonna get into Tommy.
Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota
He's not as good as Winston. I mean,
for the Saints.
they don't have Peyton. I'm telling you, Peyton didn't just sit down and think, all right, I'm going to bring Jameis Winston in who could eventually save my team, and I'm going to be the guy who doesn't introduce him to this offense. It's not that. They really are looking hard at either CJ Stroud or Bryce Young or one of these guys. You know, they're fine, and they want to.
Bryce Young's gonna stay in school, man.
He might. They might throw at.
Bryce Young's going to see who's got the number one pick and decide then.
Yeah.
Because if it's Washington, his ass is like, nah, I need more education. All right, well, look, we got 2 minutes left, but look, I sent this in the group text. Did y'all see this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, this restaurant, I went there, and he was talking to me about different things, and somebody knows about the show. And he said, and I told him that we wanted to go to a restaurant, you know, to help promote, have somebody record us, do a live show, whatever. They said they would be honored to have us, fellas. So we need to figure out a time that we can go to this. It's a Vietnamese place. They got like pho and different kind of stuff like that, Thai food. And he was like, yo, you can sit right here. I got a big screen TV. He remodeled this whole place. Big screen TV. He's like, y'all can drink all the beer you want. We'll eat the food. We'll talk about their show. Talk about their food while we're doing our show. Y'all interested in that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that shit's dope, right?
Yeah, it is.
I think that's just dope.
That's where you start at, bro. You're not going to start.
Yeah.
You're not about to start at the top. You got to start at the bottom and build your way up. That's the start.
What we doing. And that's what we doing. But he's talking about y'all sit here, eat. We'll take care of it. Y'all drink beer, whatever, and just promote the restaurant.
Give him some shouts, yeah.
Yeah, give him some shout outs for the show. You know what I'm saying? So I said, yo, we definitely do that. I said, I'm doing the show tonight. We'll talk to the fellas, see what's up. So eventually we got to all figure out a time or what day or time we can all do this. And then we'll have somebody record it for us and we'll put it on like Facebook Live or something. That way we can also have it on our show.
That can record it for us.
Huh?
I got somebody that can record it.
Well, that's even better.
Right.
So we just all have to figure out the time and we all can get together to meet there and do it and have a dope show we're gonna have a game or something on the screen. You know what I mean? So
John Clayton dies.
Huh?
John Clayton dies at 67 from ESPN.
You're lying. John Clayton just died?
Yeah, I just got an alert.
Not John Clayton.
Yeah.
What? Was he sick?
Yeah, brief illness. That's all I said.
Oh my God. I used to love John Clayton. He had that heavy metal commercial when he's like, he took off his wig. He's like, Mom, I'm coming. That was hilarious. Hey, so we're under a minute, fellas. We're under a minute. Next episode, hopefully we'll have Keith on here. Also, we're gonna talk about Eli Manning or Ben Roethlisberger, who's a Hall of Famer. We're gonna figure out what's gonna happen with the AFC. What are the Bills missing? And then we're gonna talk about the rest of the free agents out there, top 5 QBs in the AFC, and then eventually who we think is gonna come out of the AFC. And all right, it's y'all's. What y'all want to say? You got 30 seconds. What you want to talk about other than the Broncos and the fucking
hate on us, Cowboys. Gregory, baby. Hate on us, baby.